I want a man whose mom is not alive. I don't want to be dragging a man with his mom. These mother-in-law stories I read on Dear Joro just have me rolling. It could never be me. I have updated my husband material criteria. Late mom inserted. Come for me, I have time. Hey! Welcome back to Truth Tales and Thoughts. So today we're going to be reading some funny rants that people have left on Joro's page. If you want to follow Joro, check the description box below. I've put the link to his channel. I've put the link to his channel in the description box. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the video, and without further ado, let's get right into it. The first story says, why do Nigerian ladies do this? Hi bro, here for a question please. Anytime I have sex with a lady, after sex they start acting like my girlfriend. If I don't call them, they will be sending me long texts up and down and shading me on WhatsApp, saying after I got what I wanted, I stopped calling. Does sex automatically mean marriage? Can't we be friends after? I have to be hiding on WhatsApp because so many girls think I'm their boyfriend. They will be sending me messages like, so you can change DP but you can't reply me, or more. What happened now? Is it by force? Well, it's not by force. It is absolutely not by force. And I think that women need to start understanding that we don't gain a lot from assuming. You meet a guy, you guys are chatting, maybe you went for dinner, and then you rush into bed with him. You have sex. This guy never asked you to be his girlfriend. He never told you he wanted to date you. You didn't ask him. You didn't talk about it. But you assumed that by the time we have sex, that makes it official. We are now boyfriend and girlfriend. Don't assume. In my opinion, women have the power to pace the sex in a relationship. Generally, the thing that women want the most from a relationship is commitment, right? And then men want that actual intimacy. So most of the time, what ends up happening is women want to get commitment by using actual intimacy. So they think that if I have sex with him, he will commit to me. If these girls were my friends or my sisters and they asked me for advice, what I would tell them is, don't have sex with nobody until they put a ring on it. Until they put a ring on it. That is the highest form of commitment. Take the time to get to know somebody, get to know them, know the kind of person that they are, know and know and know. Pace the relationship, don't rush into it. And even for those who don't follow the rule of celibacy before marriage, that's fine. But don't assume. Give it time. Some people just want to have sex with you and go. That's just the truth. Men will always do that. If you allow them, they'll do it. But you are a woman. You can say no. You can deny it. You can string him along. I'm not saying like in a bad way, but you can literally string him along. If he's interested enough, you can. And I feel like most of the times women are scared that if I try to string him along and I don't give him X early on, he might leave me. Then let him go. Because which one is better? For him to leave because he feels that you're not giving him what he wants, or for you to eventually give him what he wants and then he leaves anyway? Which one is beneficial to you? So I think we should start thinking about that when we're interacting with men, because this guy now is asking, is it by force? If we have sex, can we not be friends? You know that most women cannot do that. They probably had premature sex with you, hoping that that will make you to commit to them. And when you don't, it hurts. And that's why women should learn to pace that relationship. Take time, pull it, drag it as long as possible. When he commits, then you give him what he wants. That's how it should be. We have the power to do this, but we can only do that if we understand how the dynamics of things work. I know that some people don't agree with this kind of ideologies. Some people will come and tell me that, oh, my own boyfriend, when we met, I did all these things for him and he married me. I think you are the exception to the rule if that's what happened. It's fine. It means all I can say is lucky you, but I think you are the exception to the rule. Most of the time it ends up like this. A guy meets a girl, oh, they just have sex. The girl is hoping that after the sex, they're now official. Nobody told you about any official thing. He didn't ask you out, nothing. But you feel, oh, we are supposed to be official. No. This guy, he owes you nothing. You could have declined his sexual advances, but you didn't. So in that case, the best thing to do, instead of putting statuses on WhatsApp and doing all those things, leave him. cut your losses, leave him behind and move on, and next time do better. Don't just throw yourself at the person. Try to get to know the person. Try to see what you're getting into. Try to get the highest commitment possible before you get into a relationship with this person. Let this person invest in you. When I say invest, I don't really mean financially. It could be financial, but not only financially. I want to see that commitment before I will say, oh, okay, I can trust this person. I can trust that this person is serious because he's been consistent for this long. I can trust that this person is serious because he's done so and so and so. Don't just hope and assume, oh, okay, we'll just fall into bed and when we have XCX, we'll just be boyfriend and girlfriend. The world does not work by magic. There are some rules and principles that you need to follow to get certain results. So I think as women, we should start to implement these things. Exercise some self-control and don't be afraid to lose anybody. If you're going to lose them, they were not meant for you. Let them go. Let them go. So let's go to the comment section. The first comment said, it's because you made them feel like you wanted them to be your girlfriend. The whole toasting stage where you shower them with gifts, money and sweet mouth. So deal with it. Well, this one said, did the giver tell the receiver no feelings attached? Because you go disturb girl life, ring her cell phone, and after you collect what you came to collect, you want to call her your friend. Oga, next time, state your mission first before entering, because some people no get free entrance. Well, it's true that this guy could have stated exactly what he wanted. Maybe he wanted a situation of friends with benefit and he didn't tell these girls up front that that's what he wanted. But if you see in this situation, right, he has gotten what he wants, which is the sex, but the girls have not gotten what they wanted, which is the commitment. So who is losing here? So I think that the person who has more to lose should be asking the questions. You should not wait for him to tell you that this is what I want. No. Ask him directly. Do you want... And sometimes you don't ask him that, oh, do you want to be married in a white picket fence? Ask him like, so do you want to have like a fling? Do you want to be friends to benefit? Hear what he says. Hear what he says, because some of these guys can also be sly. You just need a lot of discernment. And that's why I always say, I don't want to get so much into this. That's why I always say that the best way to do dating is with God. Because God is the only one that knows the heart of man. We don't. Someone can pretend for you, but the person can never pretend for God. God is the one that can expose them. You know? So when you do dating with God, He will expose those people that are not good for you. All those pretenders, He will expose them. Date with God. That's the secret. The next comment says, always tell the girls from the beginning that it's friends with benefits. Normalize it, and the one that would stay would stay. But you also know one thing, if you tell the girls that it's friends with benefits, some of them, my gender, I know, some of them will still say, okay, well, I'll go and do the friends with benefit. I'm sure they'll be able to change him. I know my gender. This one said, sex is never an option for you to think a guy is going to get married to you. You gave him your body because you wanted to. The next one said, you should have been clear before having sex with her. Don't give her BF vibes and let her know what it is for real. The next one said, this poster lacks sense. You know they carry Olosho, we no go attach feelings for your matter. You could have kept them as friends, but no. You created the impression that you wanted to date them. Friends, my foot. Yeah, and I feel that this poster is very disingenuous. He doesn't want them to be friends. He just wanted to have sex with them. So, because I feel that if this poster was honest, he would at least be self-aware to know that you cannot eat your cake and have it. You wanted these girls for sex. You got sex from them. Therefore, they cannot be your friends because they are hurting. How can you hurt somebody like that and you expect them to be your friend? Hell no. The person is just disingenuous. I don't know what other word to use to describe him. This one said, so everyone should start sleeping with their friends, yeah? Always define what you want from the onset. That's the problem most of you guys have. Tomorrow you will jam your match and forget what you did. This one said, it all depends on what was said and agreed on before the sex. Some lame dudes use relationship to get what they want and after that they bail out. I guess if you didn't agree to be in a relationship and it was just free consented sex for fun without strings attached, you will rarely face this kind of issues. But most of them will not say it because they are also scared that if I say it, this girl is going to run away. But as I said earlier, women should also learn how to open their mouth and ask men, what do you want? You're asking us to have sex now. What are we? Don't be scared to ask that, what are we? Ask it with your full chest. Ask, what are we? What exactly are we doing? Well, you want to have sex with me? Why? Like, what is this? Oh, I want to have a relationship with you. Oh, I don't have sex until I have this in a relationship. Just give it time, and you'll see this kind of guys. You'll see them flee like demons in the dark. You'll see them flee like smoke from the fireside place. They will not stay. They will flee, and good for you if they do. There's some kind of guys that when you give them some conditions, the next day he's out because he does not have that much time to spend. All these guys want to do is to put the lowest effort possible to get what they want. So by the time you start giving them conditions and things you want and standards and all these things, oh my gosh, they don't want to hear it. That's like, it's like poison to their soul. They don't want to hear it. It's the biggest turn off, and you see them flee like the devil himself. This one said, with this, you sound like you have much pride and you are happy with it. Go for medical checkup. You might have an STD or a mental illness. This one said, Mr. Poster, the sleeper of the universe, there is nothing wrong with asking a lady, can you be my sex mate? Instead of, can you be my girlfriend? Let your intention be known from the onset. This one said, did you have conversations before you had sex with them? Did you tell them that you just wanted sex? You run away from the conversation and complain about it later. Will any normal girl in her right senses just sleep with you for you not to talk to her again when she's not a prostitute? Be a man and do the right thing. Have the talk first. I think that this poster actually needs to go out there and grab an ex-worker. That is what he needs. He's so unaware and ignorant. Gosh, he sounds a bit stupid. So we'll take the second to the last comment, which says, except for some real professional ex-workers, women tend to be emotionally attached to men they sleep with, especially when raw kisses are involved, and most especially when it was unprotected sex and the guy finished inside. Why does it have to be this before they get attached? Anyway, this one said, why are you having sex with so many girls? Some men don't respect themselves, Sha. Oga, pick your calls. This one said, you need to set boundaries and communicate with them what you want before the relationship forms. The last comment says, you are in the wrong because you didn't express it from the onset. The next rant says, I want a man whose mom is not alive. I don't want to be dragging a man with his mom. These mother-in-law stories I read on Dear Joro just have me rolling. It could never be me. I have updated my husband material criteria. Late mom inserted. Come for me, I have time. A lot of us ladies want the same thing, no cap. Hey! First of all, I'm just going to say that this is evil. You should not think like this. But as African women, I know why some women might think like this. Some African mothers do not understand their position in their children's lives, and they find it very difficult to let go of their sons when the sons get married. They think that they're in competition with their sons' wives. But I think that this might be coming from the fact that some African mothers actually see their sons as their husbands. Believe it or not, some African mothers see their sons as what they wish their husbands could have been to them. So basically, their sons are the providers of emotional support, love, validation, and all of those things because they don't get it from their husbands. I feel like these mothers-in-law that tend to have this kind of problems, that's where it stems from. They probably did not get this love, acceptance, validation from their father. They got married into abusive marriages where the man could not care less. And now they have this son. They've brought him up, they've pampered him, showered him, all these things. And they expect that their son should play the role of their husband. And that is so unhealthy. I feel that mothers have to understand that your place in your son's life is different from the place of his wife. When your son gets married, madam, please leave him alone. He is now one with his wife. Your place in his life is elevated. It's not the same as his wife because now there's no difference between his wife and him. They are one. Okay? So let him go. Remove your claws from that child of yours. You know, remove your claws from that child of yours. Your place as a mother is elevated. Nobody can compete with you as the mother of this boy. You birthed him, you are the mom. Nobody can shake you from that position. Your place is special. He literally came out of you. You gave him life. Okay, so your place is here, and your son has gone over here and become one with this other woman. So there's no difference between your son and his wife now. Instead of them looking at it like, oh, now I have a new person to compete with for the love and attention of my son, she can instead see like, oh, I had a son, he's gone and gotten married, and now I have a son and a daughter. Why can they not look at it like that? Why? Given that these two people are one, why don't you just look at it like, okay, now I have 2 kids? That, for me, that's the easiest way to look at it. But I think that there is an issue that is deeper than just what we see manifest. It goes far back into their childhoods, into their marriages. There are many things that went wrong along the line, and now it's manifesting in these unhealthy relationships that they want to have with their sons. Your son is not your husband. Your son is not there to play the role of your husband. He's your child. And when he gets married, you need to let him go. Okay? We know that it's your 9 months. We know how you suffered to send him to school. You know how you did everything for him. Thank you. But now he's a married man. Let him go. The second point I'm going to make is that also on the part of the daughters-in-law, when a woman already has the mindset that all mothers-in-law are bad, do you think that if she eventually goes on to end up with a guy who has a good mother, she will enjoy a good relationship with her? Personally, I think that she will spoil that relationship, because she'll be going into that marriage knowing that his mom is alive. I wanted a man whose mother was dead. Why is his mom alive? So she'll be going there with that defensiveness. If she does not catch herself quickly to be objective and realize that, oh, this man's mother is actually different. If she does not quickly open her heart and have reservations to realize that this guy's mother is actually good, she will ruin that relationship. When you go into a situation already being defensive, it's easy for you to spoil things for yourself. But if you're the kind of person that is optimistic and feels that, okay, people are different, some mothers-in-law are bad, others are good, then I feel like you have a fairer chance of having a good relationship with your mother-in-law. I think that daughters-in-law also have a big part to play, because sometimes you'll be the one to make the first step into having a good relationship with your mother-in-law. And I don't see why not, you know. Sometimes there's some things that you might have to compromise to have a good relationship with your mother-in-law, especially if she's the kind of person that you can work with. Even if she's not this fantastic, sweet, loving, beautiful person, there's some things that you can do to accommodate her, because you also have to understand that people grow up in different times, under different conditions, under different circumstances and all of that. People have different life stories, so you cannot expect everybody to be like you and your family members. So I also think that as daughters-in-law, there's a lot of effort that you can put to have that good relationship with your mother-in-law. But that's if you have the right mindset going into that marriage. Don't go there wishing that your children's grandmother should die. Why? Oh my God, that's very evil. Let's go to the comment section. Same to you. You won't be alive to stress your future daughter-in-law too, in the mighty name of Jesus, by fire. Hey. This one said, be careful what you wish for. If you don't want a man whose mother is alive, when your own son is ready to settle down, you will die for his wife to be comfortable. Your daughters-in-law would add this to their own requirements in the man also when they are ready to get married to your sons. Rubbish. They'll wish you were dead, same as you wish your own future mother-in-law dead. I hope her daughters-in-law are out there praying for her to die as well. Because if you're a woman and you're talking like this, you deserve this same thing to happen to you. Honestly, it's really bad. How can you be a woman and you're spewing this kind of things from your mouth, knowing that you might also have kids tomorrow? It's really insane. Oh my God. This one says, same to you, my dear sister. When it's time for your children to have wives, the wives too will pray that you are unalived. My children will not meet your type in Jesus' name. I will live long to eat the fruit of my labor in Jesus' name. This one said, I'm pretty sure she has brothers, and hopefully the ladies her brothers will marry feel the same. Oh my God, I didn't even think of that. I did not think of that. This one said, I'm just different, and I always pray to have a mother-in-law. My mom must live long, so someone's mom must live long too. And the thing is, don't you want your kids to have their grandmom? What are you talking about? The woman you're wishing is unalive is literally your child's grandmother. What? This one said, to the lady that wrote this, God bless you. You will get married to your own husband and you will give birth to godly children. Whenever they are set for marriage and good deeds in life, their partners will pray the same thing for you and God will answer the prayer. This one said, I totally understand the emotions that give birth to this kind of thinking. You'll probably say stuff like, my mom went through hell. I have read a lot of stories, etc. However, you are not your mom, neither are you those other people, and I'm sure you aren't married yet. Hence, you have the ability to speak into your future. I am totally grateful for the gift of my mother-in-law. She is the best anyone can hope for. And that's the thing here. Instead of you to be wishing your mother-in-law unalived, you should be praying and wishing that your mother-in-law is a good person or is a kind of person that you can easily work with to have a good relationship for the sake of your children, if not for anything, for the sake of your children, for the sake of your husband. How can you be praying? I don't look, can you hear how it sounds? How can you be praying that your husband's mother unalives? Can anybody explain that to me? So the man you love, his mother should unalive. That is really weird. If she said something like, I don't want a wicked mother-in-law, we will understand that, okay, you are asking for a specific kind of mother-in-law. But she just said, whoever the mother-in-law is, I don't care, I just want her to unalive. What if you have a good mother-in-law? What if you actually meet your mother-in-law and she's really good to you and she's very kind? Would you wish this same thing on her? Wow. It means she does not care to know what kind of mother-in-law it is. She just wants the mother-in-law gone out of the picture. This one said, it's no crime. Just know there will also be someone's daughter praying the same prayer for your future son. Everybody is just sending it back to her. This one said, speak for yourself. Oh, me, I want my mother-in-law where go carry kitchen safe. I'll just be there looking pretty and eating every good thing she cooks. Oh, sometimes when I hear people's stories about their mothers-in-law, the ones that have good mothers-in-law, oh my gosh, it is so beautiful. It is so beautiful. So let me just tell you guys a short story, right? I have a friend who got married recently. Her husband is still out of the country. He intends to move back into the country eventually. So all this while her husband has been out of the country, she's been living with her in-laws. Her husband is going to come back in a few months from now and they'll have to move to their own place. So she was just telling me how she's really dragging her feet, that she wished she could postpone her departure with her husband to their own house because she's really been pampered in her in-laws house. She was telling me how her father-in-law calls her his princess, how her mother-in-law takes care of her because she works, right? So she leaves and goes to work, and then by the time she comes back, there are just nice meals in the house, everything is warm and cozy. She doesn't want to leave. So she was just telling me that, oh my God, she wishes that she could just stay there for a couple months, just 2 more months before she goes to her own house. So that is somebody that is clearly enjoying their parents-in-law because they take care of her, they love her, and they take her as their child. If you go there, you will not even know that they are in-laws. You will think that they are literally her parents, okay? So sometimes when you're praying this kind of prayers, you're praying that God should give you good in-laws. Don't start praying for people's death. I really like hearing people's in-law stories, the good ones. Please, I'm tired of these bad in-law stories. I want to hear the good ones. Let's skip to the good part. So I was really happy to hear that my friend talk about her in-laws like that. It's just so sweet. This one said, Jeez, why does this always happen? This one said, it is better you pray for good and God-fearing mother-in-law. Oh my gosh. This one, why does this always happen on this channel? So this person says, it's better you pray for a good and God-fearing mother-in-law instead of praying for an unalived one, because you too might be a mother-in-law to your children in the future. Please, let's try to be positive no matter the kind of stories we hear on a daily basis. This one said, I want mother-in-law, I beg. I don't have strength for stress, and same thing applies to my mom. I beg, who will take care of my kids if my mother-in-law is unalived? I know. Sometimes if you have a good mother-in-law and a good mother, oh my gosh, you'll feel like you're the luckiest person in the world. Your kids, they're going to give you advice on how to care for your kids. Your road with motherhood will be very smooth. Sometimes you might even want to go out with your husband. It's your in-laws that you leave your kids with. You just abandon your kids and forget because you know that they're in good hands. You go out with your husband, you have fun. Oh my gosh, it's just such a blessing to have good in-laws. It's such a blessing. I don't understand why people only want to see the negative part of it. If you want to start looking at the negative part of everything, will anybody get married? Because the number of negative stories you hear about marriage out there is just alarming. But everybody still has hope. Everybody's hoping that, okay, I hope I get married to the right one. So why is this person acting as though this is the first thing we've heard negative things about? This one said, Joro, it's high time you started revealing the identity of the people that post this kind of rubbish, so our brothers will know the ones to avoid. Oh my God. This one said, pray God gives you a good one. I wish I had met my own mother-in-law because of the person I heard she was, so that I can report her son to her once in a while. I know she's a disciplinarian. By the way, my dad's mom was the best mother-in-law anybody could ask for. This one said, I wonder if some people think before they say some things out. If you don't wish to see your mother-in-law, your son's wife would definitely wish same on you. So prepare to unalive young. Whatever you wish for others will definitely happen to you. It's not a prayer, it's just a fact. This person is really senseless. This thing does not make sense at all. Let's take the last comment, which says, some people are wicked. How can you wish someone unaliving because you want to marry their child? There are sweet mothers-in-law out there. Please stop this hate speech because the younger generation is watching. So you guys, let me know what you think in the comment section. Are you the kind of person who doesn't want to deal with any mother-in-law at all? Or are you the kind of person who wants to meet your mother-in-law regardless? Let me know down below. And if you're married and you have any good, please don't bring us, please, we're having enough on Joro's page. If you're married and you have good experiences with your mother-in-law, I want to read them. Put them in the comment section. If you don't have good experiences, please, we don't want to hear yours. So I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. And if you did enjoy the video, make sure you give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel, and I'm going to see you in the next video. Bye. Mwah!